Well, hello and welcome. Mike Mataraza, your career coach here. And whether you've seen me on Fox TV, heard me on XM satellite radio, or you just found me through that wonderful search engine Google, I'm glad you're here now so we can talk about what's really important, that job interview you have coming up, and how we can make sure you ace that interview and you get that job. Now, before we get started, I'd like to give you a quick bit of background on me. I've been a career coach for 15 years, but before I was a career coach, I started, built, and sold 4 companies, 2 in Asia and 2 in the US. Why that's important to you? Well, it means I hired literally hundreds of people. I've been on the other side of that desk, hiring everybody from administrators to executives. I know what that person is looking for, and that means I can give you advice that's going to help you truly shine. Now, I'll tell you this, when most people start talking to me about the interview they have coming up, they usually say something like this: Mike, job interviews make me happy and anxious. I'm glad I got the interview. I'm so happy they're interested. But I'm nervous. What if I say the wrong thing? Who knows what they're going to ask me? What if I don't do well? Well, there's good news and there's bad news when it comes to preparing for a job interview. I'll give you the bad news first. The bad news is what most people do doesn't work at all. Most people go online, they look for articles like, what are the most commonly asked interview questions? Or they get an interview tip off a website here, another one off a website there, and that's been shown to have absolutely no effect on performance. Studies show there's one and only one effective way to prepare for a job interview, and that's by practicing ahead of time by doing mock interviews before you do your actual interview. You see, when my clients work with me, first thing I do is set up 3 mock interviews with them. We even record them so they can watch them back and they can see what they look like from the perspective of the person on the other side of that desk. Now, of course, recording is optional, but it's very useful because you get to see yourself through your interviewer's eyes. But we don't just stop with the mock interviews. We also talk about how to prepare ahead of time. You see, you should have a routine for mentally and emotionally preparing. I take my clients through a routine that helps them radiate confidence. So when they walk into the room, they're positive, they're happy, they're confident, and employers love that. We also talk about how you can take control of the interview. You don't just want to be sitting there like a deer in the headlights answering whatever question's being asked. You want to be an active participant. But on top of that, and this is most important, we talk about the negotiation phase. You see, when you get to that 3rd or 4th interview, they're most likely going to make you an offer. And when they do, you see, this is where most people cheat themselves. They tend to ask for far less in salary and benefits than the employer was actually willing to give. At that point, people literally take money out of their own pocket. Well, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen to you. So here's my offer to you. I'll work with you for 45 minutes for free. That's right. I'll give you 1 free career coaching session. All you have to do is click the link on this page. It'll take you to the contact form on my site. Fill that out. I'll connect with you, and we'll work together for 45 minutes for free. After that, you can decide if you'd like to work with me on an ongoing basis. And if we do, I guarantee it, as your career coach, I will help you prepare to ace that interview and to get that job. Mike Mataraza, your career coach, signing off. Fill out the form on my website. I'll connect with you, and I look forward to working with you soon.